Welcome to the African American Museum of Iowa, Iowa's leading educational resource on the history, culture, and heritage of African Americans in our state. Guided by our mission to preserve, exhibit, and teach this rich history, the museum is dedicated to sharing the African American legacy with the state of Iowa and beyond. The museum began in 1993 when members of the Mount Zion Baptist Church in Cedar Rapids were concerned about the lack of awareness and diversity that was being taught in the classroom and in communities.
We continue to see our history excluded from school curriculums. As the generations who actually lived our history aged, we knew we had to preserve and teach it if we wanted it to live on.
The African American Museum of Iowa houses the Gale Sayers Gallery, which changes annually as the museum develops new visitor experiences, as well as the permanent exhibit, Endless Possibilities, which follows the journey of African Americans through both struggle and triumph and celebrates more than 150 years of African American contributions to Iowa's rich community and cultural history. As you travel through time and history, we invite you to think critically as you visit a slave ship that transported Africans away from their homes and culture to a strange land filled with new and harsh realities. Envision the bravery of the leaders and travelers along the Underground Railroad as they passed through Iowa to freedom, and the fear they experienced as they fled for their lives. Imagine yourself participating in a sit-in protest at the Cat's drugstore counter so that you can eat in peace and dignity.
It's in understanding and accepting the truths of the past that we create a future that is brighter and more prosperous for all. It can feel a little uncomfortable, but when you travel through time in the gallery, glimpsing what life was like for slaves and African American citizens, you will find inspiration too.
Our programs aren't limited to Endless Possibilities and our changing exhibits. The African American Museum of Iowa extends its mission across the state through traveling exhibits, workshops, lecture series, and an extensive online collection. We encourage all to enter the exhibits with open and curious minds and hearts. We expect you will experience both sorrow and joy as you travel the timeline of our history. And we hope you will leave the museum with an expanded understanding of our interwoven history and its impact as we celebrate an integral part of Iowa's past and together shape our future.